Hello, and welcome back to another useful episode here at Code Your English, the channel where we learn English and also learn about life. My name is Jason, and I'm so happy you are here with me today. In this podcast, we talk about real ideas, simple stories, and useful lessons, all in clear, easy English. This is a great way to practice listening, thinking, and speaking in English at the same time. Today's episode is about a very interesting idea. The title is The Success Tax: Why Everything Great Has a Hidden Price. Maybe this sounds a little strange at first. What is a success tax? Do we really pay a tax for success? Don't worry. In this episode, I will explain everything step by step. I will give you simple examples and real stories. I will also speak slowly and clearly, so you can follow every part. You can listen, repeat, and even speak with me if you like. So, what is this podcast really about? In this episode, we are going to talk about the idea that success is never free. Every time we want to achieve something big, like learning English, getting a new job, starting a business, or becoming strong and healthy, we must pay a price. Not money, but something more important. We pay with our time, our energy, and sometimes even with our comfort. This is what I call the success tax. It is the hidden cost behind every great thing we want in life. You may not see it at first. On social media, we only see the final success: the big house, the perfect job, the gold medal, the happy life. But behind all of that, there is always a price. People work hard. People fail many times. People lose sleep. People feel scared. That is the real story behind success, and we don't talk about it enough. That's why I want to talk about this today. This topic is very important, not just for your English, but also for your life. Many English learners feel tired or slow sometimes. They ask, "Why is learning English so hard?" Or, "Why does success take so long?" But this is normal. Every good thing takes time. Every goal has a price. If you understand this, you will feel stronger, more patient, and more focused. So, in this episode, I want to help you see that success is possible, but you must be ready to pay the price. Not in a bad way, but in a smart and strong way. We will talk about different kinds of success, the price people pay, and how you can manage this price without feeling tired or lost. Are you ready? Take a deep breath, relax, and let's begin our journey. This is Code Your English, and today we are learning not just English, but how success really works in life. What is the success tax? So now, let's talk about the main idea of today's episode. What is the success tax? You might think, "I've never heard this phrase before." That's okay. The success tax is not a real tax like the one we pay to the government. It's not about money. It's a metaphor, a way to explain a hidden truth about life and success. It means that every great thing you want in life has a cost. You must give something to get something. Let's start with a very simple idea. Imagine you want to get better at English. Maybe you want to speak fluently, understand native speakers, or pass an exam. That's your goal. But to get there, you must pay a price. The price is your time, your focus, and your energy. You need to study regularly. You need to listen, read, practice, and sometimes make mistakes. You might miss watching TV or hanging out with friends because you are studying. That's the success tax. You are paying it by working hard to reach your goal. Now, think about your job or career. Let's say you want a better job, or you want to start your own business. That's a great goal. But again, the journey will not be easy. You may need to work long hours, learn new skills, and maybe even face failure. Sometimes you might feel tired or stressed. You might even feel like giving up. But this is all part of the price. Success in work comes with its own tax. And that tax is effort, learning, and sacrifice. What about relationships? Yes, even love and friendship have their own kind of success tax. Imagine you want a happy, healthy relationship with your partner or your family. To make that happen, you need to give your time, your attention, and your understanding. You need to listen to others, be patient, and sometimes say sorry. You may need to give up your ego or your pride to keep peace and love. This is not always easy, but it is the price of a strong relationship. No relationship becomes beautiful without effort. Let's also look at health. Maybe you want to become fit or lose weight. That's a wonderful goal too. But again, the price is real. You have to wake up early, eat healthy, exercise, and avoid junk food. Maybe you want to sleep in or eat ice cream every day. But you can't do that if you want to be healthy. So, the success tax here is discipline and control. You give up short-term pleasure for long-term results. So as you can see, this tax is everywhere in life. If you want something big, something valuable, something meaningful, you must be ready to pay this hidden price. You pay it with your time, your energy, your comfort, and sometimes even your emotions. You may feel scared, tired, or unsure along the way. That's normal. That's part of the success tax too. But remember this: everyone pays the success tax. Every person you see who has done something great, an athlete, an artist, a teacher, a doctor, even an English speaker, has paid this tax. Nobody gets success for free. Not in school, not in work, not in life. Many times we only see the final result. We see someone who speaks English fluently, and we think, wow, they are lucky. But we don't see the hundreds of hours they spent listening to podcasts, reading books, or talking to themselves in the mirror. That's the hidden part, the part nobody talks about. But it is always there. That's why it's so important to understand this idea. When you start something new, like learning English, building your career, or improving your health, you must know that there will be a cost. And that's okay. It's not a bad thing. It just means you are on the right path. It means you are growing. If it feels hard, it means you are doing something important. So now, the next time you start a new goal, I want you to ask yourself, what is the success tax here? What will I need to give up? What will I need to do? What will I need to learn? And then say to yourself, I'm ready to pay it. Not because it's easy, but because it's worth it. Remember, the success tax is not there to stop you. It is there to shape you, to help you become strong, focused, and committed. And that is a beautiful thing. Why is there always a price for success? Now that we understand what the success tax is, let's go a little deeper. Let's ask a simple question. Why is there always a price for success? Why can't success just be easy? Why do we always need to give something up to get something great? The first reason is that success takes time, energy, and effort. Think about this. If something is truly valuable, it usually takes a lot of work. For example, learning English is not something you can do in one day. It takes weeks, months, sometimes years. You need to listen, speak, read, and write again and again. Your brain needs time to understand new words, new sounds, and new grammar rules. And every minute you spend studying or practicing is a minute you are not doing something else. This is part of the price. Your time is valuable. And when you give your time to something, that means you are serious about it. Also, success takes energy. After a long day of work or school, you might feel tired. You might want to relax and watch something fun, but if you choose to study English or work on your goals, you are using your energy in a better way. That energy is not wasted. It is invested. It helps you move forward. But again, it's not free. You have to choose to use your energy wisely. And that's part of the success tax, too. Then, of course, there is effort. Effort means doing something even when it's difficult. It means trying again when you make mistakes. It means focusing when your mind wants to do something else. Success is never automatic. No one becomes great by accident. Every successful person has worked hard. They didn't just wish for success, they gave effort every single day. And that daily effort is a big part of the price we must pay. Now let's talk about another idea. Success means sacrifice. What does that mean? Sacrifice means giving up one thing to get another. For example, if you want to save money, you might sacrifice buying coffee every day. If you want to get fit, you might sacrifice eating pizza or sleeping late. If you want to study English well, you might sacrifice time on social media or watching random videos. You are not losing these things forever, but you are choosing something more important. This is one of the hardest parts of the success tax. It doesn't always feel good in the moment. You might feel like you're missing out. You might feel tired, bored, or lonely sometimes. But here is the truth. You are building something bigger. You are planting a seed now so that it can grow into something amazing later. Sacrifice is not a loss. It's an investment. It means you are putting your energy into something that matters. So why can't we have both? Why can't we have fun all the time and still be successful? This brings us to another important idea. Life is full of trade-offs. A trade-off means when you choose one thing, you often have to give up another. This is a basic rule of life. If you sleep more, you might have less time to study. If you work more hours, you might have less time to relax. If you focus on your health, you might spend less time eating out with friends. This is not bad. It just means that we have to make choices. Success is all about making the right trade-offs. You can't do everything at the same time. You have to choose what matters most. And when you choose success, you also choose the path that comes with it. That path includes hard work, long hours, learning, failing, and trying again. But it also includes growth, confidence, pride, and real achievement. That's why even though the price is high, the result is always worth it. Here's something to think about. If success were easy, everyone would have it. But not everyone is ready to pay the price. Not everyone is ready to wake up early, stay focused, and keep going when things get hard. That's what makes successful people different. It's not that they are better or smarter. It's just that they keep going. They accept the price. They don't run away from the hard parts. They face them. So, when you feel tired or when success feels far away, remember, this is normal. This is the price. And you are not alone. Everyone pays it. The only question is, are you willing to pay it too? In the end, the success tax teaches us one big lesson. Success is a choice. You don't need to be rich, lucky, or special. You just need to be ready to give your time, your energy, your focus, and your heart. If you can do that, then yes, success is waiting for you. Examples of success taxes in real life. Now that we've talked about why there is always a price for success, let's look at some real-life examples. These examples will help you see the success tax more clearly. You will understand how it works in different parts of life, like school, business, and sports. Each example shows us that behind every success, there is a story of hard work, sacrifice, and patience. Let's start with a student. Imagine a young student who wants to get the highest marks in school. This student dreams of getting into a good university or winning a scholarship. That's a great goal. But to make this dream come true, the student must pay the price. While others are playing games or going to parties, this student is at home studying. Instead of sleeping late, they wake up early to revise. Instead of watching TV, they spend hours reading books or solving problems. Sometimes the student feels tired. Sometimes they feel like giving up. But they keep going because they know what they want. The price is high, but so is the reward. When they finally get top marks, it's not just luck. It's the result of the time, energy, and focus they gave. That is the success tax in education. Now think about someone starting a business. This person has a dream to open a small cafe, a clothing store, or maybe an online company. At first, it's very exciting, but soon the real work begins. They have to plan everything. They must learn about money, marketing, and customer service. They work long hours, early mornings, and late nights. Sometimes they don't make any profit. Sometimes they feel scared or unsure. They don't go out with friends often, and they don't have much free time. People may not see the hard work. They may only see the final result, like a nice store or a successful website. But behind that, there is a lot of stress, learning, and sacrifice. That's the success tax for building a business. You give everything before you get anything. Let's also talk about sports. Imagine a young athlete who wants to win a medal in running, swimming, or football. This person trains every single day. While others are sleeping, they are out running. While others are eating fast food, they are eating healthy meals. They follow a strict routine. No late nights, no skipping practice. They often feel tired and their body hurts. They miss parties, holidays, and time with family. But they keep training, even when it's hard. Why? Because they have a goal. They want to be the best, and they know that greatness does not come easy. When they finally win, people clap and cheer. But few people understand the years of training that came before that moment. That's the success tax in sports, the price you pay to be a champion. As you can see, these are very different people: a student, a business owner, and an athlete. But all of them share one thing in common. They paid the price for success. None of them reached their goals by luck. None of them found an easy way. They all had to give something to get something. And that is how it works in real life. Sometimes, when we look at successful people, we only see the result. We see the medal, the money, or the good grades. But we don't see the long nights, the failures, the tears, or the quiet sacrifices. These are all part of the story too, and they are just as important as the final success. So, the next time you see someone doing well, ask yourself, what price did they pay to get there? And when you set your own goal, ask yourself, what price am I willing to pay? You don't have to do everything in one day. Success is a journey, not a race. You can take small steps, one by one, but you must keep moving forward. You must stay strong, even when it feels slow or difficult. That's how success is built. One choice at a time, one sacrifice at a time. Remember, You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be consistent. The student didn't study once and become a genius. The business owner didn't work for 1 week and become rich. The athlete didn't train for 1 day and win a medal. They all kept going, even when it was hard. That's what made the difference. And the best part? You can do the same. You can learn, grow, and succeed in your own way, if you are ready to pay the price. The emotional and mental price. Until now, we've talked about the success tax in terms of time, energy, hard work, and sacrifice. But there is another part of the price that we don't always talk about. This is the emotional and mental price of success. It's not something we can see, like tired eyes or busy schedules, but it's something many people feel deep inside while they are chasing their goals. And it can be just as difficult, sometimes even harder, than the physical or practical work. One of the most common emotional prices is stress. When we are working hard to reach a goal, whether it's learning English, growing a business, or preparing for an exam, we often feel a lot of pressure. We feel like we have so much to do, and not enough time to do it. We think, what if I fail? Or, what if I'm not good enough? This kind of stress can make us feel nervous or overwhelmed. Our mind keeps thinking and thinking, and it becomes hard to relax or sleep. This is very normal, but it is part of the hidden cost of success. Another emotional challenge is fear. Fear of failing. Fear of making mistakes. Fear of what other people will think. Sometimes we are so afraid of doing something wrong that we stop ourselves from trying. We stay in our comfort zone because it feels safe. But staying in your comfort zone also means staying in the same place. Success lives outside that zone. So to grow, you must face your fear and keep going, even if your voice shakes or your hands are cold. Every successful person has felt fear, but they moved forward anyway. That is also the success tax, walking through fear, not around it. Loneliness is another price that people often feel on their journey. When you are focused on a big goal, you may not always have time to be with friends or family. You might feel like no one understands your path. You might look around and see others relaxing, having fun, or living more freely, and you might wonder, am I doing the right thing? This feeling of being alone can be difficult. But here's something important to remember. You are not really alone. Many people all around the world are walking the same path. They are also working quietly, feeling tired, and hoping for a better future. You are part of something bigger, even if it doesn't feel like it right now. Another very powerful emotional price is self-doubt. This is when you start to question yourself. You might think, maybe I'm not smart enough, or maybe this isn't for me. Self-doubt is like a small voice inside your head that tells you to stop. But here's the truth. That voice lies. You don't have to believe it. Everyone has self-doubt. Yes, even successful people. The key is to keep going anyway. Confidence doesn't come first. It comes after you keep trying and start seeing progress. You don't need to be sure of everything. You just need to believe that you can learn and improve over time. There is also pressure from yourself and pressure from others. Maybe your family expects a lot from you. Maybe you compare yourself to others on social media. Maybe you think you should be faster, smarter, or better. But the truth is, success is not a race. Everyone has their own path, their own timing, and their own story. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to stay committed. The pressure you feel is part of the price, but it doesn't need to control you. Learn to take breaks. Learn to breathe. Learn to remind yourself why you started. That can help ease the weight on your shoulders. So yes, success has an emotional and mental cost. You will feel stress, fear, loneliness, doubt, and pressure. But this is not a reason to stop. It is a reason to take care of your mental health while you keep going. Rest when you need to. Talk to someone when you feel low. Celebrate small wins. Be kind to yourself. You are not weak for feeling these things. You are strong for continuing your journey with them. And remember, your emotions are part of your story. They don't make you less successful. They make you more human. Every goal has a price. But every time you face a difficult emotion and keep going, you grow stronger and more prepared for the next step. So don't be afraid of the emotional success tax. Don't hide from it. Face it. Understand it. And then keep moving forward, one small step at a time. Is the success tax always bad? After everything we've talked about, the stress, the time, the effort, the fear, you might be thinking, is the success tax always a bad thing? That's a very good question. And the answer is simple. No. The success tax is not always bad. In fact, it can be one of the best things in your life. It's true that paying the price for success is hard. It can make you feel tired, lonely, or even confused. But if we look more closely, we can see that the success tax is not just a cost. It's also a tool for personal growth. It's like going to the gym. When you lift heavy weights, your muscles feel sore, but that pain is actually helping you grow stronger. In the same way, the emotional, mental, and physical effort you give toward your goals is building your character. It's shaping the person you are becoming. One of the greatest gifts of the success tax is that it teaches you discipline. Discipline means doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It means choosing long-term success instead of short-term comfort. For example, when you choose to study English instead of watching a movie, you are using discipline. You are training your brain to focus, to keep going, and to follow a plan. This skill doesn't only help you in English, it helps you in every area of your life. Discipline helps you work better, think better, and live better. The success tax also teaches focus. In today's world, there are so many distractions. Social media, phones, messages, videos. It's easy to lose your attention. But when you are working towards something important, you learn how to focus your energy. You learn how to say no to things that don't help you grow. You become more organized. You become more clear about what really matters. That focus is powerful. It helps you move faster and smarter, because you're not wasting time or energy on the wrong things. But maybe the most beautiful part of the success tax is this. It makes the reward more meaningful. Imagine if you got everything you wanted in life with zero effort. No work, no learning, no growth. You might be happy at first, but the feeling wouldn't last long. Why? Because when you don't earn something, it doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel special. It's like a gift that you didn't ask for. It's nice, but it doesn't have deep meaning. Now imagine this. You work hard for many months to learn English. You listen to podcasts, you read books, you practice speaking, even when you're shy. Some days are easy, and some days are hard, but you keep going. Then, one day, you have a full conversation with someone in English, and they understand you, and you understand them. That moment feels amazing, not just because you can speak, but because you remember the journey. You remember the effort, the nights of study, and the times you almost gave up. That memory makes your success so much sweeter. That's the magic of paying the success tax. It turns your achievement into something deep and personal. Many people are afraid of the price of success. They say, "It's too hard," or "It takes too long." But what they don't see is that this price is actually shaping you into the person you want to become. It's not just about reaching the goal. It's about growing through the journey. You are becoming more confident, more responsible, more patient. You are learning how to handle stress, how to manage your time, how to believe in yourself. All of these lessons come from paying the success tax. So, no, the success tax is not something to fear. It is something to accept, respect, and even appreciate. It means you are on the right path. It means you are doing something important. And it means that when you finally reach your goal, you will feel proud, not just of what you did, but of who you became. The truth is, the success tax makes life more meaningful. It shows you that great things take effort, and that effort gives value to your dreams. It turns a goal into a journey, a result into a story, and a moment into a memory you'll never forget. So don't be afraid of the price. Welcome it. Let it teach you. Let it push you. Let it grow you. Because in the end, the price of success is not the thing that hurts you. It's the thing that helps you rise. How to handle the success tax. So far, we've learned what the success tax is, why it exists, and how it can actually help us grow. But now, let's talk about something even more important: how to handle the success tax in real life. Yes, success has a price. Yes, it's hard sometimes. But the good news is you can manage it, and you don't have to suffer or burn out along the way. The first step is simple but powerful. Make a plan. When you want to achieve something big, like learning English, starting a business, or improving your health, don't just say, "I want to be successful." That's too general. You need to break your big goal into small, clear steps. Ask yourself, what do I need to do today? This week? This month? For example, if you want to speak better English, your plan might include listening to a podcast for 15 minutes a day, learning 5 new words every morning, or practicing speaking 3 times a week. These small steps feel easier and help you move forward without feeling lost or overwhelmed. A good plan is like a map. It shows you where to go and helps you stay on track. Next, while you're working hard, don't forget to take care of your health, both your body and your mind. Many people think that working non-stop is the key to success. But that's not true. If you don't sleep well, eat properly, or take breaks, your energy will slowly disappear. And when your body is tired, your brain doesn't work well either. So make sure to sleep at least 7 to 8 hours, eat good food, and drink enough water. Also, take time to move your body. Go for a walk, stretch, or exercise. These things help your brain stay sharp and your mood stay positive. And don't forget your mental health. Take a few minutes each day to breathe deeply, relax, or just enjoy some quiet. A strong body and a calm mind are 2 of your best tools for success. Another way to handle the success tax is to ask for help. Many people think they need to do everything alone. But that's not true. Asking for help is not a weakness, it's a strength. It means you are smart enough to use the support around you. If you're learning English and you don't understand something, ask a teacher, a friend, or even an online community. If you're feeling tired or stressed, talk to someone you trust, Sometimes just sharing your thoughts or feelings can make a big difference. You are not alone. There are people who want to see you grow. Let them walk with you on the journey. Finally, one of the most important ways to handle the success tax is to balance work and rest. Many people feel guilty when they take a break, but rest is not a waste of time. It's a part of the process. Think of it like this: a phone needs to charge. A car needs fuel. You also need to recharge your energy. Rest helps your brain process what you've learned. It gives your body time to recover. It makes your next step stronger and more focused. So don't feel bad if you take a short break or a day off. It's part of success, not the opposite of it. Balance also means enjoying the journey. You don't have to wait until the final goal to feel happy. Celebrate your small wins. If you learned 10 new words this week, that's amazing. If you finished a difficult task, give yourself credit. These little celebrations give you motivation to keep going. Success is not just about the final result. It's about all the small steps that lead you there. Also, learn to listen to your body and mind. If you feel tired, rest. If you feel stuck, pause and reflect. You don't have to push all the time. Sometimes slowing down is the smartest thing you can do. It helps you come back stronger, with more clarity and energy. Handling the success tax is not about being perfect. It's about being smart, consistent, and kind to yourself. It's okay to feel tired. It's okay to need support. And it's okay to go step by step at your own pace. What matters is that you keep moving forward with a clear plan, a healthy lifestyle, good support, and time for rest. So the next time success feels heavy, remember, you have the tools to carry it. You have the power to plan, to care for yourself, to ask for help, and to find balance. You don't have to be a superhero. You just need to keep going with wisdom and heart. You are already paying the price of success. Now, pay it in a smart way. And now, we've come to the end of this episode of Code Your English. Let's take a moment to look back and remember everything we've learned today. We started by talking about a powerful idea called the success tax. No, it's not a tax you pay with money. It's a hidden price that we all pay when we want to achieve something great. Whether you are learning English, starting a new job, building a business, or improving your health, success always comes with a cost. That cost may be your time, your energy, your focus, or your comfort. Sometimes it also means feeling stress, fear, or self-doubt. But this is all a normal part of the journey. We saw real-life examples of people who paid the success tax, like the hard-working student, the brave business owner, and the focused athlete. All of them had to make sacrifices. All of them faced difficult moments. But they also showed us something important. The price may be high, but the reward is always worth it. We also talked about how this tax is not always a bad thing. In fact, it helps us grow. It teaches us to be strong, focused, and disciplined. It shows us how to stay on the path, even when things get hard. And most of all, it makes the success more meaningful, because we know how much effort it took to get there. But paying the price doesn't mean you have to suffer. We learned that we can handle the success tax in a smart and healthy way. By making a clear plan, taking care of our health, asking for help when we need it, and balancing hard work with good rest, we can stay strong for the whole journey. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to stay consistent and take small steps forward. So, here's my final message for you today. Don't be afraid of the price. Be ready for it. If your dream is big, that's good. That means it's worth working for. That means you are growing into the person who can achieve it. Every small effort you make, every word you learn, every fear you face, every time you keep going when it's hard, is one more payment toward your dream. You are not alone. Every successful person in the world has paid the success tax in some way. You are walking the same road they once walked. And one day, others will look at you and say, "Wow, they are so lucky." But you will know it wasn't luck. It was your patience, your work, and your strength. So keep going. Trust the process. Take care of yourself. And remember, the price you pay today is building the life you want tomorrow. Before we end this episode, here's a small call to action. Think about one goal you are working on right now. It can be anything, big or small. Ask yourself, what is the success tax for this goal? What can I do today to pay a small part of it? Then do that small action, just one. That's how success begins, with one small, brave step. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today on Code Your English. I hope this episode helped you not just with your English, but also with your motivation and mindset. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep showing up for yourself, because you are worth it. Take care, and I'll see you in the next episode.